Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive, bringing you guys an awesome video today for Pokemon Masters. In this video, I'm going to break down all of the Mega Evolutions and Evolutions in Pokemon Masters for the various sync pairs that are released right now and the ones that we know are coming very soon. So be sure to hit that like button down below and make sure you guys subscribe for Pokemon Masters content. I've been having a blast with this game. I've been grinding it like crazy, and you can check out my live stream at twitch.tv/aDrive if you want to catch some of that action there. I've been, like I said, grinding this game like crazy. But in this video, I'm going to break down all those Megas and the regular evolutions for you guys, because I know a lot of people have been curious what Pokemon can Mega Evolve and what Pokemon can't, and then what Pokemon can evolve. So let's jump right into it. The first sync pair we're going to talk about is Blue and his Pidgeot. Now, Blue and Pidgeot are going to be released on September 2nd for a brand new event, so it might not be a bad idea to save some of those gems if you haven't yet, to potentially try to scout that sync pair. One of the nice things about Mega Pidgeot, it's got Air Slash, it's got X Special Attack, it's got Air Cutter, which allows it to hit all the opponents, and then it's actually got Smell Ya Later, which is a really cool move that allows you to boost your critical hit rate, evasiveness, and accuracy. Now, Pidgeot can evolve into Mega Pidgeot, and it can hit those hurricanes once it Mega Evolves, so it's a really powerful Pokemon and going to be one of the best flying types in the game once all that goes down. Now, the next Mega Evolution is Agatha and her Gengar. Now, it is only a 3-star, so it's not super duper great, but Mega Gengar is pretty powerful and can actually do some pretty good damage. It starts off with Lick, which is a pretty good 1-bar move. It's also going to get Hypnosis, which has an opportunity to put things to sleep. When you use its Sync move, it actually doubles in power if the Pokemon is asleep, so that's pretty cool. And then once it Mega Evolves, its Lick actually turns into Hex, which is going to do double damage if the opponent is asleep, so or paralyzed actually, and Lick can paralyze. So once you Mega Evolve your Gengar, you're going to see a very increased power output. You see a big stat buff there as well, so there's definitely some nice perks to going from Gengar to Mega Gengar, and I definitely think that Mega Gengar could be pretty viable, especially if you put the time into it. So if it's one of your favorite Pokemon, it might be worth investing into. One of my favorite sync pairs up to this point so far has been Bugsy and Beedrill. The reason why I like Beedrill so much is because it gains so much power once it Mega Evolves, and it can really steamroll with its different abilities. So the first thing it has is Fell Stinger. If it knocks out an opponent's Pokemon, it actually gains +3 attack with that Fell Stinger, and you can do that twice to get up to +6 attack, which is max attack. You've also got the Sure Crit opportunity, which means that you can double your power output with Sure Crit, so that can guarantee you can grab some of those Fell Stinger kills to raise your attack, which is very, very good. You've also got Twin Needle there, which is a 2-hit move. It's a little weaker than Fell Stinger when you combine the 2 hits, but overall it's going to do a lot of damage, and it actually has a chance to poison the opponent's Pokemon. So if you're doing Sure Crits and you're going to guarantee those critical hits, you pair that with Twin Needle, you're going to get a lot of critical hits. You're going to weaken things down for you to Fell Stinger them and get that attack boost, and it's really, really good. And then it's actually got an ability called Behold My Research, which boosts your speed and your evasiveness, and that allows Beedrill to potentially dodge some attacks. It allows it to move a little quicker and deal quite a bit of damage, like I said, if you can get those Fell Stinger boosts. So Beedrill has been one of my absolute favorites. I've pretty much vowed to give Beedrill the 5 stars at some point in this game. I really enjoy this Pokemon, and it's actually really powerful. It's one of the most powerful Pokemon in the game once it Mega Evolves. And of course, some of these Megas actually gain passive abilities when they Mega Evolve, and Beedrill is one of those. Its Mega gains a passive that allows it to raise its speed if it gets a critical hit. So you can continue to steamroll that speed boost when you're getting critical hits, especially if you pair it with Sure Crit. You're going to guarantee critical hits. You get that attack boost through Fell Stinger, and Beedrill can actually be insanely powerful when paired with the right supports. I've been pairing it with a Meditite, pairing it with something like a Dusclops could also be really effective to boost that critical hit ratio, boost those attack stats, get those Fell Stingers off, and allow that Beedrill to kind of steamroll your opponent, start to gain those boosts. And again, if you can get that Mega Evolution off with that Sync move, it's going to be very, very scary for your opponent. The next sync combo we're going to be talking about is Karen and her Houndoom. Now, this is one of the best 5-star sync pairs so far in the game, and if you pull Karen, I highly recommend investing into that Houndoom sync pair because it's just so powerful. It starts off with Bite, which has an opportunity to flinch your opponent, but that's not really the bread and butter of this set. The bread and butter of this set is Snarl, which hits all of the opponents and actually lowers their special attack. So you can lower their special attack one stage every time you do that. It also has Dire Hit, which is going to boost its critical hit ratio, allowing you to hit double damage whenever you want to hit those critical hits, which can be really effective there. And then last but not least, it gets Entertain Me, which is going to boost its special attack at the cost of its HP. You can get that special attack to go sky high, and you can start hitting all opponents with that Snarl move, which is just incredible. Pairing those two together is just really, really strong, but it gets even better with Karen. When Karen Mega evolves that Houndoom, it actually is going to get access to Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse has a chance to flinch, but it's also a special attack, so it gets benefit from that Entertain Me kind of boost from Karen, and allows that Mega Houndoom to just hit on incredible levels. It's got an incredible special attack stat. It's very, very fast, and if it can get that Mega Evolution off and stay healthy, it can really do a lot of damage to the opposing sync pairs. So you really want to use that, hit those Snarls, get that Entertain Me off, fire off that Mega Evolution, and then just click Dark Pulse, man, and you're going to do a lot of damage. The nice thing about Mega Houndoom and just Houndoom in general, again, is Snarl. Hitting all three opponents and lowering their special attack really renders a lot of special attackers a lot weaker. They're not able to weaken the supports and techs around Karen, and allows that Houndoom to really shine. So Houndoom and Dusclops have been an incredible pair so far. Pairing it with Superior can be really good because Superior can run X special attack. So there's a lot of opportunities there to combine those Pokemon and those sync pairs to do quite a bit of damage. The next Mega Evolution pair we're going to talk about is Noland and his Mega Pinsir. Now, Mega Pinsir actually has the highest attack stat in the game, so it is very, very powerful. You can get that Mega Evolution off. It starts off with Fury Cutter, which is going to actually double in damage every successive hit you have. So it is 95% accurate. As long as you hit all those Fury Cutters, you're going to start to boost your damage output. If you want a singular attack that's a little stronger, you can use X Scissor, which is a powerful bug type attack that can just hit one target. You can also boost your attack to much higher levels with X Attack from Noland, which makes it much, much stronger. And then you've also got the opportunity to use Bring It On, which is going to raise your HP stat, allowing Pinsir to have a little bit more longevity in battle, and also increase its speed stat, which can be really, really useful to get some of those attacks off. I mentioned it has the highest attack in the game, and then its passive is actually really unique. When it Mega Evolves, its passive allows it to ignore damage-reducing effects from the opponent's field of play. So if they're trying to reduce the damage, you can actually kind of ignore that with its passive, and it's called Unhindered, and it makes Mega Pinsir just plow through the opponent's team. Again, anytime you look at some of these Megas, you really have to consider their supports and stuff like that, but Mega Pinsir with that incredible attack stat can definitely dish some damage, especially if that Fury Cutter starts rolling with some X attacks or has the right support around it. Mega Pinsir is a beast. The last Mega Evolution so far in the game is Karina and her Lucario. Now, this is one of the more popular picks here because it's one that they give you in the game, so you can get your Lucario pretty strong. And the big thing to Lucario is it starts off with Vacuum Wave, which is a special 1-bar attack, which is pretty nice. You just hit things. But its real appeal is the Dire Hit, which is going to increase your critical hit ratio, and then Skate On Through, which is an incredible Karina ability, which allows you to boost your attack 1 stage and then your speed 3 stages. So by doing that, increasing your critical hit ratio, you can then fire off those powerful physical close combats, which are going to absolutely decimate opponents. The big thing about close combat, though, is you drop your defense, so it's going to make you really susceptible, especially to sync attacks from your opponent. If you can Mega Evolve your Lucario, it's going to get access to Power Up Punch over Vacuum Wave, which is going to get the buffs from the Skate On Through, which is really nice because Vacuum Wave is a special attack, Power Up Punch is a physical attack, so Skate On Through really benefits there. But the nice thing about Power Up Punch is you actually get a +1 attack boost every time you use it. It's a very, very powerful combination. The big key, though, to Lucario is ensure that you're able to get that Mega Evolution off, and be very mindful of when you close combat with Mega Lucario, because if you do it too early, you weaken your defenses. You're not going to be able to live those sync moves or any moves targeted at you because you're just going to be too frail. So that's all the Mega Evolutions that are in the game up to this point. There are a handful of other evolution Pokemon that you can get that are just regular evolution, and if you haven't checked out my evolution guide, you can check that out in the description below, which will tell you exactly how to evolve your Pokemon. It can be quite a bit of coin constraint, though, to be able to do it, so I recommend if there's a certain Pokemon you want to evolve, be mindful of the coins that you're spending. The handful of Pokemon that you can evolve are Price and his Seal can evolve into Dugong. And just so you know, most of these evolutions occur at roughly level 30 and 45. I'm not sure the exact number for every Pokemon, but that's roughly the number for most of them. Price and his Seal are going to evolve into Dugong. Barry and his Piplup can evolve into Empoleon, and previously Prinplup and then Empoleon. Very, very good water type attacker. You can have Lyra and her Chikorita evolve. However, I don't believe Lyra is in the game yet. She'll probably be added later on. You've got Rosa and her Snivy, which can be a Serperior. That is the first evolution that I've gotten. I actually do have Serperior. It's a very, very good Pokemon sync pair in this game. So you can run and Rose is given to everybody, so if you want to invest in an evolution, I think Serperior is a pretty good one to do. Viola and her Surskit, very, very good tech to get Masquerain. I think people look at Masquerain and assume it's not very good, but it actually has a lot of viability in this game with its ability to lower attack stats, essentially like an Intimidate with its passive, and then it can use things like Struggle Bug, much like Houndoom uses Snarl, to weaken the opponent's special attack. You can also boost your speed, do a lot of different things with Masquerain, been one of my favorite tech characters to use so far. And then last but not least, Chris and his Totodile can also evolve into Feraligatr to become one of the more fearsome water type attackers. So if you do have Chris and her, I said his, her Feraligatr or Totodile, you can get it into a Croconaut and then a Feraligatr, and it can be pretty powerful. A lot of people have been asking, can I evolve my Brennan and his Trico into Sceptile? No, you cannot. Can I evolve Whirlipede into Scolipede? No, you cannot. Can I evolve, you know, all these different Pokemon? They're not available to evolve yet. Maylene and her Meditite cannot evolve into Medicham yet. It's possible that through updates later on, they'll add these evolutions, but at this point, those Pokemon cannot evolve. Only the ones I've mentioned so far in this video. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you guys are new. I hope you guys are excited for Pokemon Masters. I'm super stoked. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.